It's just one thing after the next with this Activision Blizzard, Microsoft, Sony thing. And one big topic that's on a lot of gamers' minds is Call of Duty going to be on Sony PlayStation ever again? Are we going to get it next year, the year after that? Or what about in 2025? What about in 2030? Will Sony still have access to these titles? Well, as of right now, according to Bloomberg, according to Jason Schreier and a couple of his sources, the answer is yes, at least for now. The top two bullet points here are agreements struck before Microsoft's deal will be honored. Microsoft could eventually deprive its rival of top franchise. So that's kind of the gist of this article, but we're going to read it just to kind of get a feel of what's exactly going on. Activision Blizzard, which is being bought by Microsoft Corp, will release at least 3 games in its hit Call of Duty franchise on Sony Group's Corp's PlayStation, as well as its new owner's Xbox. Before the news of the $69 billion acquisition broke last week, Activision had already committed to make the next few CODs available on Sony, according to 4 people with knowledge of the deal speaking anonymously because they were not authorized to leak this information. This is confirmation from Activision themselves, leakers from Activision. That includes this year's Call of Duty, expected to be a new entry in the popular Modern Warfare sub-series being developed by Infinity Ward, and the following game, which is in development at Treyarch, both Activision-owned studios. This deal also includes a planned new iteration of COD Warzone, a lucrative free-to-play game that was released in 2020. Phil Spencer, who was recently appointed Chief Executive Officer of Microsoft Gaming, said last week that he had spoken to Sony and all the leadership, and they talked about how they want to honor all of that stuff. We made a video about this the other day. I will post the card in the top right-hand corner. But gamers have been wondering, what are those existing agreements? Traditionally, COD games have been released on all platforms, including PC, where they drive substantial sales. Call of Duty games have received heavy promotion on the PlayStation Store and have been tied to massive marketing deals in recent years. Every game in the annual franchise ranks among the top-selling games on PS4 and PS5. COD games have been the best-selling titles in the US each of the last 3 years, according to the NPD Group. For at least the next 2 years, Microsoft is committed to releasing COD on PlayStation, the people said. These are those leakers again. Neither Sony nor Activision responded to requests for comment. Microsoft also declined to comment. Plans are hazier for the COD games further out, said the people familiar with the matter. This is what I have been alluding to in the last few videos I have made. We do not know what is going to happen after Treyarch's title. That's what I said, because I remember, I think it was Cold War when this happened. They signed a new exclusivity agreement with Sony saying that they were going to give them exclusive content. And I can't remember if it was 2025 or 2023, but it's going to be around that time when that contract expires. And what will Microsoft do then? Probably not extend it. Microsoft said it expects the acquisition to be closed sometime in the next 6 to 18 months, after which it will be able to decide whether to continue releasing future COD games on PlayStation. Top employees at Activision have also discussed spacing out COD titles rather than putting them out annually. This is another Bloomberg report. Eventually, Microsoft could deprive its biggest gaming rival of an integral franchise. That's huge news. That's huge news. With some previous acquisitions, Microsoft has honored existing contracts, but then they pivoted, and this is another thing that we've been talking about. In 2020, following its acquisition of the game publisher Bethesda Softworks, the tech titan said it would retain all existing contracts and release the previously announced Bethesda games Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo on PlayStation. But a few months later, when Microsoft unveiled new Bethesda games Starfield and Redfall, they were exclusive to Xbox and Microsoft Windows PCs. New games from other studios Microsoft have also bought recently, such as Obsidian Entertainment, have also skipped the PlayStation. But these do not fall under that initial existing contracts clause or whatever kind of terminology you want to use. So I don't think it's fair to use that as an example. It's just interesting to note that they really cut PlayStation out of the game immediately. They didn't let anything linger. It wasn't like, okay, Deathloop and Ghostwire come out and then we'll see what other games are going to be out and we'll maybe put those on PlayStation. No, they cut the cord immediately, which I think is a predictive behavior that we can look at and analyze and say when 2023 comes and Treyarch puts out that next big COD, maybe they switch from the annual release cycle and they don't want to release another game for a couple of years. Let Treyarch kind of ride that out, fill it with zombies content, multiplayer content, Warzone content, just kind of get the community fat and satiated for a while. And then they cut the cord on PlayStation fans. You want to get that sweet COD fix? Well, why don't you come all over to Microsoft then? The water is just fine. Anyways, guys, I'm curious to what you think about all of this. We do have actual leaked confirmation from Activision themselves. I know it's not like a confirmed head, but it's definitely people that work in the company and they know about the deal. They are confirming that PlayStation will get COD for the next 2 years, but they don't know what the future holds. And in my opinion, that means Call of Duty will be Microsoft exclusive. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and a subscription. And if you didn't like the video, that other button button works just as well, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.